95.5% of the Invincible characters you claim are good heroes are honestly just bad people. Except Alan. He's pretty chill though.
We are back with another Eli and Time Pizza collab.
Let's go.
We're not doing food. We're not doing shorts this time. We're doing alignment and morality. We talk about Invincible.
Very qualified.
Literally, we talk about Invincible all day, every day, and so who knows these characters better than us? And we're gonna talk about whether or not they're good or bad people. Most of them most likely being bad. We got 4 categories here today: good, evil, law, and chaos. Eli, if you want to explain those a little deeper for us.
Alright, so we got like the chart here. You could be good and lawful, you could be good and chaotic, you could be lawful and evil, you could be evil and chaotic. It's just wherever you fall in on this grid. And I'm sure you've all seen the alignment chart before. The tier list maker doesn't have one that's kind of just like the regular alignment chart. They have this grid where you can drag and drop characters anywhere on it, which I think is interesting because it leads for like more middle of the road options. You can kind of have you could say like, okay, they're evil, but they're not that evil.
They're evil, but they just want money.
They don't want to hurt people. They're just out there doing their thing,
getting it in the worst way possible. And we got like over 30 characters, so
I think close to 50 maybe.
Yeah, so we're gonna be here for a while, so I suggest y'all grab some food and listen to us down talk all of your favorite characters and tell you how bad of people they are.
Yeah,
we're gonna start with Mr. Lou.
That is just a lawful evil character. No, like he runs a crime syndicate. He's in charge. He manages evil. He's in charge of evil.
Yeah, I'd say he's very lawful evil. It's not even like he really cares about the good or bad, you know. At least when it comes to the Viltrumites and Omni-Man and what he's done, he's just focused on making his bread. And if it makes him a bad person, he's kind of cool with that, honestly. Mr. Lou's pretty simple. You agree the lawful evil works for him?
Yeah, lawful evil is him. Is
hard
maybe not
lawful
the most
evil.
Lawful evil in the world. He's more evil probably than lawful, but
yeah. Battle Beast. This is a big banger starting off. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you think?
Now, Battle Beast, I want to just say chaotic. I don't rank him evil nor good, especially after like the circumstances in which him and Alan broke Omni-Man out of prison. You know what I mean? It's like you would expect, given like we've only seen him one other time out of this, like the way he would have reacted would have been to immediately just kill Alan and then kill Omni-Man and every single Viltrumite and all of that, just because he hates him. But after this appearance, it gives way more just, I want a good fight and I will negotiate to get there, and I would appreciate if you would do that for me.
Yeah, his only ideal is fighting. He is like, that's just pure chaos. He is the most chaotic character in the show. I wouldn't say he's good or evil. He just wants to fight things.
Like he's one of those that like you could genuinely convince to be on your side depending on who promises him the best fight. Like if you promised him that John Jones was gonna be in the next room, he's gonna get hella excited. But if someone else came up and promised him that Tyson Fury and Conor McGregor at the same time may be in the other room, he may go with them. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those. He's purely chaotic and chaos. What about you?
I think he's pure chaos.
Yeah. Pure chaos. That's the only place I'm leaving him. Omni-Man.
this is tricky because he was definitely lawful evil when he was introduced. Now he's changed. He's built connections. I still think he's on the evil side just because he's like what he did kind of irredeemable, but
Is it?
he's I mean it is on our scale. Like he can't come back to Earth and live a life on Earth, but like on the I guess in the galaxy or the universal level, he can be redeemed. Hard to say.
See, I can see why you would definitely rank him in that more evil and stuff like that, but I want to weirdly put it at chaotic good.
I don't know.
It and the idea that like you want to do good so bad, but the chaos surrounding you forced you to do
But he's
evil,
like-
and it's the Alan redemption. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he agreed with Alan to go back to Earth, and then he's yeah, granted he spent a few months with Alan in prison, right? But
Yeah.
he thought about his wife, and bro was like, you know what, Alan, here's the biggest secret that the Viltrumites are holding right now. Let's take them down. Fuck this shit. Like, you know what I mean? He was like,
Yeah,
these are the worst people.
Gotten to the point where he's willing to take down the empire he grew up with. But the thing is, he's like, he still did a lot of bad things. He grew up in this culture that was evil and had all these rules, and he's still struggling to break these rules even now. I still think he's like a little bit in the lawful evil category. Close to the center is where I'd put him.
In fact, with that point, you did change my mind a little bit. I'm leaning closer to a neutral because I'm thinking about the idea that like he's bad in our perspective, right?
Yeah.
But to the Viltrumites, he's also considered pretty bad. Like, imagine you're born in a society where there's only like 50 of you left, and like the one guy that had the best opportunity to save your entire culture decided to screw you all off for 3 people. Like,
Yeah.
I would consider him a pretty bad person. Like, it's like he's evil from multiple different people's perspectives, but he's good from multiple different people's perspectives also. It's like he's very about what is his most emotional stake in the moment.
He's definitely learning how to be a person, and I think he might become good in season 4, but he's not quite there yet.
Where would you put like neutral, but like would it
The dead center of the chart?
dead center? Okay.
Yeah, that's pure neutral. I have him leaning a little bit towards like lawful evil still, but
It's like you're the boss. It's like you and your best friend work at a job, and you have a slightly higher position than him, and your boss tells you you have to fire your friend,
yeah, like
and you're like,
Which,
damn, like, you know what I mean? That's the biggest damn, because you know the friendship is never gonna be the same after that. Yeah, no, that's cooked. I gotta put him at that neutral evil. Yeah, neutral evil. He'll do whatever is the hardest task is told to him immediately.
yeah.
Invincible.
That's like he has a very strict moral code at the beginning of season 3. And I think he still maintains it quite a bit, but he's like a very like, okay, this is the right way to do things. I got to do the right thing all the time. And he is trying to save as many people as possible. He might be as lawful good as a character can get.
Where would you put him? I very agree with the lawful good, but it's chaotically lawful good, if that makes sense. Like,
I mean a little bit.
I
definitely he stands up to Cecil,
Yeah.
which is definitely out there. Like, whoa! But he is following the laws that he set for himself. If that makes any sense. Like he's like, you're doing this thing that I don't like it. I'm gonna stand up to you. he's very much by the books, and his book might not make sense, but it is a
His
moral
book.
code.
It's his book.
Yeah.
That's a very hard lawful good, yeah.
Well, in the comics, he doesn't. But they're just, I don't know. They've already said in the show they think he's strong enough.
And,
So,
and that's why I'm thinking, right? Like, we're leaning more towards where Mark is gonna be on that, like, on that type of timing where where these things continuously happen to him every time he decides to hold back. Every single time. Like, it won't be a single drop of a hat where he doesn't get screwed over. And I can see by season 4 to 5, we may be completely on the chaotically good. And then, along with that too, right? I think about the future when he met the Immortal. Like, Mark is the type of person, right? You said he's lawfully good, right?
yeah.
Do you see him... I see him a little less lawfully good than that of an Adam Eve. And
I see Adam Eve as just as good, but I don't think she's quite as lawful because she recognizes nuance better than Mark can. She's not like, okay, there's this book that has to be followed to a T.
mm-hmm.
She recognizes, okay, there are some things that have to be different. But
And I feel like when Invincible gets to that idea of this has to be different, he immediately just snaps and goes, like, I think he's a consistently lawful good, but then he can flip to a chaotic good at the drop of, in very emotional situations.
yeah,
Like, it's been with even little villains that, like, they may have necessarily not have done anything bad, but they kick his ass really bad, and then he's all of a sudden talking about, I'm gonna murder you. Like with Battle Beast. Like, when he got washed by Battle Beast didn't even hurt. He did hurt the Guardians, but he wasn't that close to them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he was definitely trying to incapacitate them, and he definitely did almost kill some of them, but he wasn't going in to like ruin them. He wasn't going in to definitely kill them.
yeah, like a Conquest was, and that pissed Mark off. And I think Mark, like, when he gets to that point where he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and like he gets really edgy at certain points where it's like, whoa, you know. I'm gonna have him at like a medium lawful good.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think there's a situation where he freaks out. It's like, I'm gonna kill you, where it isn't 100% warranted though. Like,
Yeah.
Conquest, Extra Levy, like they all pushed him to that.
Yeah, they did. It's just the way that he's willing to break certain rules when giving the opportunity. Adam Eve.
I think she's like just as good as Mark, but a little less lawful because she recognizes nuance. She's like, okay, like I understand like your situation a little bit. I'm not bending the rules, but I recognize that sometimes things need to be done a little differently.
I'm 50-50 because I want to almost say she's a little bit more lawful good.
Yeah.
Because it's little things like Mark was like, yo, can't you just make us like $100,000 real quick? And she was like, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, I would have been like, bro,
well,
are you dead ass?
Like, Mark said that because like he's stupid though. He doesn't know what inflation is. He's you know.
I've seen people make the inflation argument, but like, if they're specifically paying their own bills, right?
Yeah.
And taking care, like, let's say they're not going out here buying Maybachs and mansions and shit like that, but they're, you know, they buy a little apartment, you know, they drive a Camry, you know, keep it low key, you know.
They keep it on the eco-friendly mode.
Do you really think they would cause any sort of inflation to society?
No, I think it's part of it is the principle of the matter. Because I remember when Adam Eve makes that apple out of gold, there's like a specific amount of gold that we have and we keep track of. When it comes to making gold, that does throw things off.
Yeah, that's taking it
But,
too
I don't
far.
know. When it comes to like, I think there are definitely things when it comes to making money, like cash. It's like, well, each dollar bill has a code on it, and you know we're supposed to be able to track it. And yeah, money isn't real if you think about it, but I don't know. I think there's like I think there's more
Of a possible like,
a rational reason rather than like a by the books reason. She's like, I'm not gonna make money.
I can see that. Yeah, I'll throw her in that lawful good, right there next to Mark, but slightly like around. She's a little less like. She's smarter when it comes to realizing the overall circumstances of a situation, like you said.
Yeah.
Alan the alien, this one's harder.
I like him. He's definitely good. I like him maybe a little bit on the chaos side.
Chaotic good is justifiable. I think
He's just flying around finding ways to take down a Filtrum Empire. He's not going to be following the rules all the time.
Yeah, I appreciate the way that he's able to just like kill people and it doesn't do anything to him. He died. If he dies, he dies. If he sees his girlfriend again, it's cool. But you know, very chaotically good. But also, I think he just doesn't want to die. So.
Yeah.
Cause it's hard when you think about it. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like, can we really consider the Viltrums evil?
I think we can. I mean, if they're just trying to stay alive, that's one thing. But they're going around, they're taking over planets by any means necessary. They send conquest to a planet. You know what happens when you send conquest to a planet?
Yeah.
Like they're not ignorant to what they're doing. They just see other life as insignificant, and they just don't care. And they're like, "Yeah, we'll bring prosperity to your world." But it's really just a game to them, seeing how large they could grow an empire.
But it's so weird that there's only 50 of them left, considering now. Like,
yeah, and I will say, when it comes to like next on this list, there's General Craig, there's Anissa. I would put them more so lawful. I don't think they're all that evil because, to an extent, those two do think they're doing the right thing. They're like, hey, we're just trying to make planets better, but they're doing pretty evil things to get it done, and they're just ignoring that fact.
I would say Anissa.
I don't think they're like the most evil though.
I'll give Anissa a lawful evil, but Craig, I'm gonna have to give him slightly more evil because he's a dickhead about it.
Yeah.
He seems like he enjoys what he's doing to an extent. Like Anissa, you can see some regret in her face every time she does something really asshole-ish.
Yeah. And I will say there's this one thing in the comics. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen in the show. We all know.
It has,
and it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. From what we've seen of the character in the show so far, she's not super evil.
But is it one of them things where like where the show has already skipped past the point in which it would have already happened and we're just waiting?
It would happen like in season 4.
Okay.
I think. Depends on how fast they take it, but
interesting. It would have to be a Viltrumite request thing if she does that.
Maybe.
And I think that might push Craig towards an evil. He's the only one that would give out that sort of request. But I don't know where the Viltrumites stand now with the whole conquest situation.
I think they're mostly pretty solidly lawful evil. I think conquest is just pure evil, though.
Chaotically evil. I gotta give it
a little bit. Oh, maybe a little bit to the chaos side, but he is more evil than anything else. Because yeah, he does love fighting. That is part of it. But he likes killing more than anything. He likes watching people suffer.
True. I think
it's the thrill of the fight. It's like I want a good opponent. I want a good, strong opponent, and I want to like have a good fight.
But
He just wants to, like, Conquest just wants suffering.
My only thing about Conquest is that speech he gave Mark about how lonely he truly is because of the fact that, like, he's been...
They think I'm crazy because I go to planets and rip people apart. Like, you deserve it, dude.
I'm good at my job, so nobody wants to hang out with me. I'm sad. Like,
Yeah.
I felt bad for him there. He made me very uncomfortable this whole episode, but I felt like...
Yeah.
I was like, bro...
One of my friends said to me when he leaned into Mark and said, "I'm so lonely, I thought he was gonna replace in this," and I was like, dude,
someone said that to me too. I don't know how I would have felt.
I don't know why that's a common opinion. There's no way they would have done that. That's unhinged. Like,
That
I don't think Robert Kirkman's like that crazy.
It'd be a bold decision. I'd respect the boldness of the decision.
Yeah, no.
It would be a lot, but I would respect them for willingly putting that pen to paper.
I'm glad that's not the direction they went with it, but if they did, that would have been...
I would have just said, wow.
Yeah.
That's a wow.
He would have horrified a nation.
Yeah. I think that would have dropped season 4's views drastically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him like evil, but slightly upwards for chaotic evil, just because of how sick, like just because of like him saying every time he went out and did his job, he got progressively worse because people just, the fact that he was like, I don't even have a name, I'm a job.
Yeah.
I was like, that sucks. Like, you're evil, but there's something in there, you know?
Yeah.
A hinge of it. Like, he's as close to pure evil we've gotten so far.
I think so.
But
actually, maybe there might be another. There might be another who is closer to pure evil.
I gotta see your take on that. But Robot.
We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
Is Rudy on this list, or are they counting them separately? Okay.
I think Rudy and Robot are the same person.
One and the same.
They are, literally. I think he is good, but he is definitely the least good of all the heroes.
The least good.
Yeah, because he's good. I mean, he's on the Guardians of the Globe and everything, but he's going around, he's doing these sketchy things. He clones somebody without asking them.
He's chaotically good.
Like, he's chaotically good, but he's more chaotic than he is good, I think.
I think it's interesting that they're letting people forget about that too.
Yeah.
Like, even the Rex scene was so quick, like, nobody actively acknowledged him changing his name to Rex. And I think the reason for that being is going to be some payoff in season 5 or 6, and then people are going to be like, wait, you know?
Yeah.
Huh. Because, like, I've emphasized this before, we still don't know what he was on before he, like, when he was in his old body. And I'm surprised Cecil doesn't know about that. Or at least hasn't mentioned it.
Cecil definitely knows. Like,
but
he
he's
looked like a 5-year younger version of this other guy who you work with.
Yeah, but I'm like, does he know about his previous body?
Maybe.
Like, is that the type of thing Cecil would not keep tabs on?
Cecil might be aware of it because he just knows a lot of things, but I don't think he'd care.
It might be one of them situations. There's so many issues on the board. That's not the
like
main.
I get why he got a cloned body. Like, I don't fault him at all for that. Like, holy, what his body was beforehand.
But it's like a bulletproof situation where we don't know how he ended up like that, or like.
Yeah, but I think it was just massive, probably a birth defect. Like, it's remarkable he lived as long as he did.
And that's what I'm saying. It's too many probablys with him.
Yeah, too many I think he's like, he leans towards good, but he's not as good as the other heroes.
Yeah, he's definitely going evil down the line.
I think he could, yeah.
Definitely. This guy, Old Man Viltrum.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus, yep.
I mean, he's good. He's like leading the coalition of planets against the Viltrum Empire. He's trying to help all these planets that have suffered.
Well,
he's willing to bend the rules, though.
You can't be the leader of a coalition without being chaotic. So
A little chaotic. You cannot be. Yeah, like if you're in politics, you've gotten dirt on somebody. You've done something. I think he's like good, but he's like a little chaotic because like he unplugs Alan's life support. He takes that risk.
Yeah, you don't win a war like that being lawful at all.
Yeah.
Definitely a hard chaotic good. I can see him betraying if things start going bad. I can see him betraying later on though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Brit.
I think Brit's just a good guy. I think he's pretty close to just as pure good. I mean, he's a war guy. He just is out there saving lives. He's been saving lives for a long time. He helps other heroes save lives. There's not a lot of depth to his character yet. They might talk about him a bit more. I think he just leans towards good. Awful good. A little, but...
Okay. Good guy, Brit.
Yeah.
Alright. Oliver, he's an easy chaotic good.
He's chaotic, yeah. Like, he's done some evil things, but he's not mentally developed enough to recognize their evil because of how young he is.
And I don't even think... I think with just how he was raised initially, like, you know how, like, a lot of people base, like, their, like, personalities later on about if they were, like, an energized kid or a quiet kid or, what, you know, and all of that? Like,
yeah.
With the rate at which Oliver is growing and the rate at which he's perceiving things, right? Like, his whole personality is going to be developed in 1 year. And I'm assuming by season 4, he's going to be like 16, 17, where Mark was at just at the rate he's been growing. So with everything and even in your video where you mentioned how Oliver's like entire life has been perceived, he remembers Angstrom, he remembers this, he remembers that. Like, I'm 22 years old right now, and I can barely remember shit from middle school. He's gonna be a grown-ass man, and one of his most recent memories is gonna be evil versions of his brother coming down to Earth and killing a lot of people. Like, he's only gonna... And then immediately after that, almost being ripped in half by an evil Viltrumite. Like,
all his teeth falling out, too. Like, damn.
Yeah, like... He's gonna be as chaotic good as we can get. Like, and honestly, we need a hero like that on our side that will just kill certain people and then be like, my bad.
Yeah.
He's a good chaotic good. I agree. I'm gonna leave him there. The immortal lawful good.
I think he is actually as close to like the center of the chart as you can get.
Really?
Yeah.
Next to Omni-Man?
I think he's actually.
Okay.
Cause I think he definitely does lean towards lawful good. Like, he's still close to the center. I think he leans towards lawful good. What I think is, like, when they're introducing all the other Guardians of the Globe before they go and get killed by Omni-Man, he's the only one who kills somebody in that introduction, and he doesn't kill somebody because he, like, you know, for the thrill of it. He's just frustrated with them, and he doesn't have the time to deal with it, so he just throws them up into space. And like, he does everything for his own convenience. He retires. He, like, is mistrusting of people. Everything he does is kind of like he's helping people. He wants to help people, but himself, that's his biggest priority.
Yeah. But do you think it's always been that way, or it just got progressively worse?
I think it got to that point because like, he suddenly became outclassed. He's like, I'm not the strongest hero anymore, and he had to reevaluate.
Yeah, I can see that. Someone mentioned about how like for about 20 years until Omni-Man showed up, he was just that guy. Like,
Yeah.
imagine like Silver Age Superman, you know? Like before we start really, really writing how Darkseid is supposed to fight, you know? And shit like that. Yeah. I can see his morals changing over the last 20.
And see how like crazy he gets when he's Emperor Immortal. Like you don't get to that point without being a little self-serving and bitter. Like
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Yeah, he's a good little lawful, good neutral. I'm gonna skip the Guardians. Doc Seismic.
Yeah.
Evil.
Doc Seismic is just an insane guy. He's like
Chaotic
We'll
evil.
put him in chaotic evil. Like he's not the most chaotic evil you could be, but he's just like, yeah, I'm this dude who thinks rocks are alive, and I think it's evil that you build your buildings out of rocks, and I'm going to kill millions of people because of it.
You guys
Like,
suck.
okay, dude.
I hate the surface. Yeah. He's just chaotically evil. Doc Seismic. We love you, Doc Seismic. He's not dead, is he?
I don't think he's dead.
He needs to
I
keep
think,
coming back.
No, because Darkwing captured him.
As long as he keeps coming back with upgrades, I'm happy.
I think next time he tries to pull some shit like that, Mark's just gonna rip his head off.
No, the Doc Seismic death would kill me, bro. If that's season 4, episode 1, I'd be hot. I'd be hot. If he's just like, yeah, we're not doing this. And then he just... Nah, that'd be fucked. Angstrom Levy.
That dude is, I think he's pure
Lol.
evil. I think he's more pure evil than Conquest. That's who I think is more pure evil in him. Because he's like, I don't care. I'm gonna gather together the most evil people across the multiverse to kill a bunch of people in this universe. Because I have a grudge with this one guy, and I want everyone to think this one guy is evil. You don't get more evil than that. Like he's just a hater.
I think when we first met him, he was lawful evil, but it then quickly became chaotic evil.
I think he had good intentions at first. When he was trying to build that thing to just combine all the knowledge of a bunch of different versions of himself so he could
Avoid
help
this.
cure cancer and everything. Like, he had good intentions, but he lost the plot.
Yeah, very quickly. If that machine didn't blow up, he probably would have came and just been the most helpful person against the Viltrumites. Monster Girl.
Yeah,
Good?
she's a hero. I mean, like, she's good intentioned. I think
She's not lawful
lawful.
good. I don't know.
I
She's,
don't know.
I guess she's
And
just
she does
weird.
stand up to Cecil. She's a little odd. I think she might just be like close center good.
Yeah, she's
'Cause
just
she's
good.
willing to sacrifice. She's willing to try and save lives.
She's closer to a Brit type of good, but with her own selfish desires.
Yeah.
We gotta see who she is after now that she can live her life how she wants to.
Yeah.
I fear if Robot goes evil, she's going right with him. Like,
I hope they don't. I think they're gonna change her wardrobe definitely. Search adult like Monster Girl, like how she dresses when she's an adult in the comics. It's wild.
they crash out.
No, it's like they're definitely gonna change her character. She's basically like I'll see if I can find a picture real quick.
Ah. Okay. So she's just with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would suck. That would suck. Yeah, they're definitely rewriting the
I
comics.
think she's a better character in the show.
Do you know how, like, with Marvel Comics, how, like, for a period of time they became the Ultimate Universe, where during the 2000s where they were really edgy and they were doing a lot of crazy shit?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see a lot of Invincible, since it was also written around that time, just very edgy. Very, like, Seth Rogen-ish with it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know he wasn't
no.
involved or anything, but it's just like that type of, Pineapple Express ass humor type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely a bunch of stuff on the comics. Like, yeah, I 100% understand why this isn't in the show.
I'm starting the comics this week just because of how
Yeah.
different it is. Let's see. Bulletproof, neutral. He might be as
Yeah,
neutral as you can
I
get
think
in the
he's
show.
good, neutral good, maybe a little less good than Monster Girl and everything. Because he's just like,
He won't reveal anything about himself.
yeah, he doesn't trust people. He doesn't do like the necessary parts of being a hero sometimes. So it's just like being willing to work with other people. He thinks everybody he works with sucks. Doesn't seem like a good coworker.
Kind of the guy that's gonna like talk shit about you, but then try to hang out with you after work.
Yeah.
Might grab a beer with you if you ask him.
Yeah. I'd grab a beer with him, but not two.
Yeah. But if you get close with him, he might be a pretty chill guy. But he seems like the type to
Probably.
not let you.
Yeah. He's got his own shit going on. That's fine. Like, as long as he clocks in, does his job.
Man, bro, that shit still pissed me off. I feel like he could have done more. Like, legitimately, I don't think Rex needed to die.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I get what he was doing though, where he was like, "All right, I can't win this fight," and he was like, him and Monster. I don't know. Him and Monster Girl are like on the same level of strength, I think. But because he can fly, he's a better matchup with Invincible. But I think the thing is, once he realized, okay, I can't win this fight, it was smart of Rex to sacrifice himself so he could get Monster Girl and Robot out alive.
It was just the vibes that he wasn't trying hard enough, though.
Yeah, if he ever has an Invincible moment where he gets really pissed off and then like realizes what he can really do.
Yeah, like, because for me, right, it was just the fact that there was no scratches on him, and like all he did was push him. Like, it wasn't like they were really boxing, like how we know
I don't
when.
think his glasses have ever been busted.
Legitimately, like, you don't. If it's not at that point, then I don't see why Rexplode needed to, like, like, it would be different if Bulletproof had a broken arm, could barely fly with 2 or 3 people at this point. Like,
Yeah.
he was legit just like, damn, this guy's pretty damn strong. Rex, you want to die? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he took one punch and was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm done.
you're like, I'm not beating this guy. He's very neutral. Like, he did look back. I respect him looking back and Rex being like, go. But, yeah. Just neutral. I think he's more glad that he lived at the end of the day than he is sad about Rex dying there.
Yeah.
Powerplex. Lawful evil.
Lawful evil?
I think just because it's... Just because of how it's for his sister and stuff, you could argue like now it's chaotic evil because now that he's killed a variant, he just wants to kill Invincible, and he's really, really mad at Invincible.
Yeah, he's just out there on the street like yelling like, "Hey everybody, get the camera crews, get Invincible down here. I want to fight him in front of on the street. Just give him what he deserves." Like he's just, I want to kill this guy in front of everyone. That's his initial plan. So I think he's definitely a bit chaotic because of that. But he definitely he's lawful in a sense where he's like, I want justice to this guy. And even though his perception of justice is really warped, that is what he wants.
Now, do you think Invincible is like his trauma target, if you get what I mean? Like it's more so because I don't know if he would have this same energy if he saw Omni-Man. Like I feel like it's more so the idea of he specifically saw Invincible at his most down moment. Like if he saw Omni-Man, I don't think it would be the same type of animosity.
Yeah.
It's a weird lawful evil, and the chaos is only because of Invincible. But I also I don't know if it's like an Electro thing where like he would kill Invincible and then start trying to kill everybody. I don't know. I don't take him as that type. Rexplode.
I think he's chaotic good. He's definitely out there. He's not following the rules, but he's not like breaking any of the bad rules. He's just like, yeah, I want to drink. I want to have a good time. Like, you're not supposed to drink, dude. I don't care. That's how he's chaotic.
Very 24-year-old.
He is the most willing to sacrifice himself out of everybody like on this list, I think, so far. I mean, there are probably a couple others, but he's got a good heart.
He's got a good heart, but is it because he's a good person or is it because he's like suicidal? Like,
I think it's because he's a good person. He has Ray. He has Ray to live for towards the end of it.
He does. I just got a very big suicidal feeling from like Rex. Like, it was just the idea that he told her. Like, he told her, he was like, yo, I'm not gonna live through this, and if it happened, and it just seems like he took a look around and just was like, oh, it's time. Bet. Like,
maybe a little bit, because he's had a rough lot in life, but also if he is, I think it's kind of like a passive thing where it's like, if I die, okay, but I'm gonna not try to die.
Yeah. Okay. He's a good guy. Chaotically good guy. The Maulers. Are we ranking both Maulers together? Or are we ranking the Maulers?
We really only gotta rank one. Like, they're cloned from the same guy, and they know damn well the original's dead.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a crazy twist to find out the original's alive?
And that would be crazy. I think the thing with them is, like, the only time I've seen them not smiling is when Kid Omni-Man punches their mouths off. Like, they are out and about.
Lawful chaos.
It's a game to them. Like, them mounting an EMP on a nuke and trying to like destroy America. It's kind of a game to them.
It is.
I think they're pretty chaotic evil.
It's right up there with Battle Beast, but just not as malicious.
I said more malicious, but like, he's definitely more evil.
Yeah, I can see why you'd say that. Did you notice for this freaking Mauler twins picture that they just chopped like one image in half?
I see that, yeah.
I just put them together. Darkwing 2.
Darkwing 2? I think he's
chaotically
I think he's at this point he might be just
good.
Lawful. Pure lawful, because he's like, okay, I have a debt to repay to society after what I did in Midnight City, and he has Cecil like brainwashing him basically, and now he's just very by the book guy.
I felt like there was more to him before they killed him.
Probably.
It was just the weird thing he did when he whispered to Cecil. He was like, "He's coming." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Like, he's definitely like in there for Cecil. He's definitely very by the books. He's gonna do what he's told. I think he's more lawful than anything else at this point.
Okay. What's his name? I accidentally clicked him instead of the Rock dude, but Rick. Good guy.
He's just a guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. I think he's like lawful good. I think he's just a normal guy trying to live a normal life. Ended up in a bad situation, and now he has powers, but he's not really.
I grab a beer with him.
Yeah. He's not trying to use him yet, but I don't know.
All right. What's his name? Freaking
Titan.
Yeah, is this his name? The Rock guy, Peyton.
Titan the Rock.
Titan. Yeah.
I don't know his first name, but Titan's definitely not his government name. I don't think that's what's on his birth certificate, but
Neutral.
he's very true neutral.
Just whatever is serving him best at the moment.
Maybe a little lawful, because he's like, okay, my goal is to make everything better for the people in the city, but he'll kill. Like, he'd kill you to do it. I would never trust him.
Yeah.
He's definitely maybe a little lawful evil, but he's pretty close to neutral because he's just looking out for him and his family, and he's empathetic enough to want the community to be doing well too. So.
Lawful neutral. Yeah. He's fine as long as things are running how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But Omni-Man, because I got him, Bulletproof, and Omni-Man all right next to each other. But Omni-Man is leaning towards more of an evil neutral to me. And Bulletproof is more of a good neutral. He's a lawful neutral. Okay. Shrinking Ray. She's good.
Yeah, she's good. Maybe not as good. I think it's fair for her to be like, yeah, I was born into this life where I have to sacrifice a lot to be a hero, and I've gotten to a point where I just can't do it anymore. She's just a normal person. She's good intentioned. I think she's just
neutral good.
She's not cut out for it.
Yeah. It's like you go into the army and you're like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
Duplicate.
I think Duplicate is just like Shrinking Ray, but not self-aware at all. She's like she's not cut out for it as well. She's like, I can't sacrifice so much, but she's always like making it about me. Yeah. You know, it's about me. I don't like her nearly as much. I think she's like, just because she's a little self-aware, she's not as good.
A Bulletproof.
She's kind of like where Bulletproof is almost.
But slightly like more opinionated than a Bullet. Like Bulletproof will just be there to get the job done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's gonna be like a chaotic good for me. A neutral chaotic good. Yeah. Her brother multiple.
I think he's pretty solidly lawful evil. He works
in
organized crime as an assassin. He's not like crazy evil or anything.
His life sucks, so he makes other people's life sucks if he gets the opportunity.
Yeah.
He's not an asshole though. He is, but it was for his sister who he thought died.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they made it seem like he was such a bad person in the show. Like, it gave that vibe to everybody. It was like,
he is an assassin.
I mean, does being an assassin make you a bad person?
Yeah. Like, no, you're out killing people. For money.
If it's your job. Listen. That I think that kind of is more towards that Omni-Man thing that I speak of. Is like, you're evil towards specific people. Like,
well, the specific people in his case, it's not like he's a hero. He's out there killing bad guys. He's killing people for his boss, who's like, that guy owes me money, kill him.
Yeah, it sucks. He's mean. Yeah, but he was experimented. I don't know. I
think he had a rough past, but it's not like any reason to go out and just be an assassin.
It's like Rexplode was doing the same thing before he got, like, you know.
Yeah.
Lawful evil. I'm gonna put him closer towards evil just because he's more willing to do it.
Yeah.
Black Samson, lawful good.
I think Black Samson is really lawful good.
He's the most lawful good person we've got.
Yeah, he's pretty by the books, just a friendly guy. Not as strong as he needs to be for his job, unfortunately. But
yeah. Freaking Shapesmith, yeah.
I struggle. Like, he's good. I think we might have to put him around where Oliver is because he's mentally the same age as Oliver, it seems like.
See, but Oliver is more chaotic good for me because he has that non-hold back factor.
I think he's less chaotic, and I think Shapesmith is less chaotic but more good.
Yeah. He's-
Like
He's chaotic, but he's also like it's like right there where Rexplode is.
pretty close to Rexplode, yeah. But he's also like they're very different characters because Shapesmith is just very new, still learning things. I think I made the joke in one of my videos, like he's literally 4 years old. He's got the mind of a 4-year-old sometimes.
Yeah,
But he means well.
yeah. I'm gonna put him right, slightly lower than Rexplode on the like chaos side.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you want to rank the couple?
I think there are two of them. Two of these villains we should rank here. It's the two gay guys.
I'm trying to see the magma guy and the electric guy. No, it was the magma guy.
The magma guy and
the tongue guy.
guy.
Neutral evil. They do it because they have to.
Yeah, I don't think they're all that bad of people. I don't think they're out of their way trying to hurt everybody. But they're definitely doing evil things. I think they're pretty close to where Titan would be. Maybe like a little bit more on the chaotic side. Because they're just running in robbing banks, but
Yeah, there's
I
no
wouldn't
real
say
plan
that.
behind it.
I wouldn't say they're more evil than Titan.
Cause Omni-Man
think
is. I'm gonna put Omni-Man is a deep lawful evil. Let me put this. It's like a lawful neutral evil for Omni-Man. That's why I'm like looking where I'm putting them. I'm like, Damien Darkblood. You know, we would have skipped him before yesterday's episode.
Yeah, he would have been.
He would have been skipped.
I think demons are by definition lawful evil because they have to follow like whatever dark magic tells them to, and they're demons.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's just doing it. We've realized he's just doing the job. He's not doing it. I would have
Yeah.
put before the episode. If we're just ranking him, I would have just put him neutral. Seems like he just wanted to discover what Omni-Man had going on back then. But now it seems like he's doing a job. So right next to Anissa with that lawful evil shit. Isotope.
I think Isotope. I mean, he's been in organized crime longer. I think he's more evil than Titan, but he's also probably a little bit more lawful. I mean, he's just the guy who keeps around because he has all the knowledge. He's reliable. You know,
I don't see why he.
just like a standard thug, but he has powers.
I'm gonna put him at like a neutral evil because he's smart enough not to become the big boss, but he's smart enough to like stay alive.
Yeah.
Cause I think if he wanted to already, he could have became the boss. Like, but he's actively choosing not to. The Time Twins.
Time Twins. I mean, they're chaotic good. They go back in time and they steal the Declaration of Independence because they have to.
They owe Mark a favor. They better come back.
Yeah, low-key they do.
I'm gonna put them chaotically good.
Yeah, they're chaotically good. They're pretty chaotic.
The way they just stole him, because I saw in the comics that Mark decided to go with them, but in this they stole his ass. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. Let's see. Donald, good.
He's right up there with Black Samson.
Yeah. True lawful
I
good.
think the most lawful good, actually.
He will die every single time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Machine Head. Evil? I don't know.
I think he's pretty chaotic evil.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's more on the terms of like a Mauler's, just doing it for the fun.
I don't think he's as evil as a Mauler or anything like that. But he's just in it for money. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna run organized crime.
He seems like a fun guy to be friends with.
Yeah. If you could put up with him.
If you learn that his insults aren't insults and it's just him joking with you, I feel
Yeah.
like you can rock with it. Amber, She's good, I guess.
Just a very normal person, like lawful good, trying to be a good person, live a normal life.
Yeah. Went to college.
Same for Paul.
I don't know, bro. Paul's chaotic.
Paul's chaotic.
I don't know, man. He can't handle that. No, I'm bullshitting. But he's freaking. He's a good guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
I can see them just giving him something to do next season, though. You know what I mean? Like they might just give him a toxic situation.
We'll see.
Mm.
Okay, this is maybe gonna be the biggest argument on the list.
Before,
Cecil.
okay, before Cecil, I'm gonna put Amber slightly closer towards neutral because she didn't care if people died as long as Mark was her boyfriend. But instead of lawful,
She was a little selfish as a 17-year-old, but I think as like an adult, she's a little smarter.
yeah, that's true. Cecil, I'd like to say chaotic good. But
yeah, he's chaotic. Not as I think he's like a little bit more chaotic than Kid Omni-Man, but around that level of good. Because he's willing to do some evil things.
But like he's more chaotic than Thaddeus.
Oh, by a long shot.
Cause Cecil would, if Cecil knew that the Viltrumites would stop if he gave Mark over and killed him, he would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like if he knew they would genuinely leave Earth alone if he just gave Mark up, he'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
The thing
I think he's very morally gray, but I think he does lean towards good because of his intentions.
But I don't think we'll ever see a moment where he's forced to like put his emotions into it because he's so deep down the rabbit hole at this point that his emotions don't really. Yeah. Like I can't ever see him being like, but I care about Donald. Like, nah, fuck that guy. Like it's for him, it's fucking like real shit. I don't know. Would you put Cecil somewhere else?
I think he's chaotic, closer to chaotic neutral. I don't know.
A chaotic neutral?
I think he leans good.
I think it's just because of the fact that, and I don't know how to say this, but I want to say Cecil to an extent has been brainwashed. Like
a little, yeah.
It's kind of like when you're in the military and then once you get out, you can only have that. I have to wake up at 7 a.m., do 40 push-ups, and then I have to, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
you've been doing it for so many years straight that that's all you can wake up and do. And Cecil's the type of person where being good, evil, lawful, or chaos, a lot of that it's not like things to him that he's choosing. What he's doing, his job is just who he is. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he functions so much more as a this is just what I'm doing sort of person that like you will never see him put his actual opinion into it. Like even when he got back from seeing the fight with Conquest, he was just like, like it's like he doesn't know how to put his opinion into it after not adding it in so long. He only has the binary decisions in his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People that think very binary like that are very they can be very scary. I think that's what makes Cecil pretty terrifying. That's like the way that he like looked Mark in his face and was like, yeah, I'll burn him. And then like immediately, like it was like 5 minutes later, bro Deadass was like, yeah, I got freaking Conquest underground.
That does not end well. Like there's no way.
Oh yeah, Cecil's gonna die. I'm betting. If Conquest doesn't break out and rip Cecil in half, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
So chaotic good.
Chaotic.
He may be
good a little.
He may be the peak chaotic good we get in this show. And it's only good from our perspective. Like, I would hate if Cecil was my enemy in any circumstance, really.
Yeah, I can't put him as good as like some of the other people on this list by a long shot, but he is good.
And plus, it was also the way, like, after the Invincible War, where Donald was like, yo, everybody's dead, bro. This sucks. Like, what are we gonna do? He's like, what do you mean? We're gonna rebuild. Like, it wasn't even a hopeful... They put hopeful music behind it, but it was not a hopeful situation. He was just like, yeah, get to work. We're not done. Let's hurry up. Like, it was... I don't even know if he sleeps. Like, genuinely. Like, because he's a robot at this point. You know?
Yeah.
Cecil's complicated. I would like to see more of his background, but I just feel like it wouldn't do anything. So, yeah. Peak chaotic good. Eve's mom.
I mean, I think her mom and dad are kind of like lawful. They have their ideas of the way that things should be. They care about their daughter, but they express it in a very bad way. I do think Eve's dad is a little bit more evil because I think he's maybe a little abusive.
It's implied.
Yeah, we've not seen him hit anyone yet, but she's like,
it's implied
Eve's
he
mom is
may.
definitely scared of Eve's dad.
Her tone, it's signs there that a psychologist would be able to tell you, yep, that's a sign.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's that. I'm not ranking Alan's girlfriend. She'll just be a good. Debbie.
Lawful good. Very good. She raised Mark to not be evil.
Yeah. Yeah. She's lawful good. Trying to think. I have some feelings about how she is more comfortable with how she sends out Oliver.
Yeah.
Versus how she treats Mark. It's very stepchild-ish. Like, this is... I'm not saying, like, she holds any type of grudge or any type of animosity towards him, but it is very lax.
Yeah, I think she just got to the point where she realized he does need to be out there. And I think this is her second time raising a superhero. She's learned a lot. She's going to raise him differently than she raised Mark just because she's learned lessons. Okay. I think she wants the best for her children and is trying to raise them to be good people and be a good person herself, and I think that's the core of her character.
Okay. I can leave her at that lawful good. I don't know if she's as good as a Donald.
I think she is.
We'll see. I can see Debbie making some selfish decisions.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely, she could. But I don't think she really has yet.
Sinclair,
I think he's still pretty solidly evil now. Even though that he's still working with the government, he doesn't seem all that remorseful for what he did. He's still kind of crazy and obsessed with everything.
Yeah, but I think it was just misplaced talent.
Yeah, I don't think he,
I'd have given more of a neutral.
He's still kind of a psycho, though.
Yeah, chaotic evil. It's like a neutral chaotic, like, cause I guess it's the idea that he's just fine.
I think he's a lawful evil.
It would be if I'd have give him more of an evil if he was like plotting under Cecil actively, you know?
Yeah.
But he's also just kind of content. It's not like he's making the Rihanna marks for himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing it for a good reason.
Cause last time he was doing it, he was just making them just to make them. Like, he wasn't trying to take over the world. He was just bored on a college campus and had a lot of untapped potential. Let's see. Our final character. How you feeling?
Yeah, he's a good guy. I think he's just a regular person, even though he has a very interesting job.
Yeah, I'd grab a beer with Art.
I grab 6 with art.
Yeah, like
he's the person on this list I drink with the most, probably.
he's hit the rooftop, talk about how many crazy heroes, crazy hero shit he's
Yeah.
in.
How many bad suits he's made for heroes whenever they pissed him off.
Oh my gosh. Throws a soup on a hero that doesn't, a freaking fucking cape on a hero that doesn't need it.
Yeah, get him caught in a jet turbine like Incredible, Mr. Incredible.
This is pretty much everybody except them Guardians characters down there. And
Yeah,
the
like
villains.
all the characters that were in season 1 are like don't have pretty much any dialogue. Yeah. I think we got all of the important characters here.
I'm gonna send you my list.
All right, I'm kind of curious how they're different. I'll send you mine as well.
It's kind of. Let's see. Mine's kind of ranges, but it's more or less what we talked about, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yep, he's right there. Rexplode, right next to Rexplode. Yep, Machine Head, Maulers.
There are definitely a couple differences here. Like I think I have Omni-Man more evil than you do.
And you have Conquest slightly closer to evil.
Yeah, I think he's more of a pure evil, even though he does spread chaos.
Our power plex.
Yeah, our power plexes were close.
And our machine heads, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Seismic, we got him pretty close too. Like how we got the Maulers as like. Yeah, we got the Maulers pretty far apart. Come to think of it.
Let me send you my exact image. This is actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Let me throw an outro on this freaking recording.
I like how we get Donald, like peak awful good.
Yeah, no, he's just that guy, bro. Like,
yeah,
great person all around. Donald wouldn't want to grab beers with me, but I'll definitely grab beers with Donald.
Yeah, he doesn't drink. I can tell.
I don't drink, sir. Like he's a chill guy. So would you consider that 2 solid alignment charts?
I think they're solid. I think there are some differences, but I think they're there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, if y'all have any ideas about where characters should or should not have aligned, y'all can go back through and look at this long upload that me and Eli are both gonna edit down, and let us know which characters you feel are more evil, good, chaotic, or lawful. Any closing words, Eli?
No.
That's good. That's a dub. Okay. If your character was ranked wrong, let us know in the comments below.
And we won't change it. You can let us know, but we're not gonna change it.
We won't. There will be no part 2 until season 4 in a year or so.
Yeah.
So, shout out the Eli Trides and the Pizza Peoples, and yeah, we'll see y'all later.